Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm walking Cusco today with Scott, an American who's lived here for 5 years.
This place is nuts.
He's based right in San Blas and knows the city inside and out.
You're not gonna like this place. If you don't like the hustle and bustle of constant, then do not live in this part of town.
We're visiting the classics and the places tourists never hear about.
Further up is one of the greatest things to see in Cusco. I mean, absolutely do not miss it. I just have always liked it. Not exactly sure why.
Scott shows us what makes certain spots quietly meaningful when you live here long term.
And you mentioned before that maybe this isn't a good spot for retirees because of the...
There's a surprising reason why retirees might struggle here. Wait until you hear why.
There's neighborhoods you could go to in Cusco that are maybe not so safe.
Scott breaks down which parts of Cusco are safe and which ones to avoid.
That's when you know it works. And I don't know why I'm still wearing these sunglasses.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
Yes, we actually end up singing our way through a traditional market. Cusco brings that out of you.
Meat Street.
Stick around until the end. Scott leads me into a wild, locals-only spot I never knew existed.
Welcome back to the channel. We have our new guest. What's your name?
Scott Whitman.
Scott, where are you from?
I am from Arlington, Virginia.
And how old are you?
I'm 54.
Where are we now?
We are on Choquichaca in Cusco. This is a main street in the neighborhood that's called San Blas. It's one of the nicest neighborhoods in Cusco.
Scott is going to take us around Cusco and show us a lot of cool spots that he has been going to because he's been living here for a while now. How long have you been living here, Scott?
5 years.
You actually live somewhat around this area of Cusco, right?
I live off of this street, one of the main streets in San Blas, which is called Choquichaca.
For anyone thinking about moving down to Cusco, do you suggest coming to live here in the downtown?
I do. I think it's like really vibrant. There's lots of there's tourists everywhere walking around. If you don't like busyness, if you don't like the hustle and bustle of constant tourists, then do not live in this part of town.
But if you like transient people and being surrounded by a cool, thick atmosphere, this is a good spot, right?
And cafes, many cool cafes.
Are there any cool cafes here?
This is a wonderful restaurant and cafe called Jill's, and a lot of expats love this particular place. It used to be the epicenter of the expat community. Now it's just sort of an epicenter, you know, like a place expats go. But food's great, coffee's great, food safety is perfect. I'm gonna show you something else from this point right here. We're gonna walk over here so that I can show you one of the other really popular restaurants in the expat community, which is right down there, very close to where Jill's is, and it's called, fittingly enough, Jack's. So it's Jack's and Jill's, but Jack's is there with those blue balconies that you see quite close to where we are. So I just told you 2 restaurants you can go to, very safe. This particular alley in Cusco is super crowded sometimes, this alley, because almost all the tourists in Cusco walk down this alley. And I'm gonna show you why that is. It's super crowded right now, and a lot of what these people here have come to see is something called the 12-angled stone. The Inca were known for being master engineers and stone cutters. And this 12-angled stone is an example of their excellence in stone cutting, the precision. This alley goes to the Plaza de Armas, the center of town. Oh, there it is. It's called the 12-angled stone because it's got 12 different angles in this. Oh, okay, you already guessed. But that's it. That's it right there.
That's the one.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes.
Yeah.
The full 12.
Told ya.
Popular place.
So yeah, it's a popular place because it's also super close to the Plaza de Armas, which we're gonna go to right now.
Let's go ahead.
Sort of the center of things. This guy's cool, he's here a lot. I just really like him. Sometimes I say, how are you doing to him in Quechua? Ai anchu kashanki. He's just used to me doing that now.
One thing that I've noticed is a lot of people when they come here and they stick around for tourism, if you try and interact with them, they kind of like are expecting. Does that ever grow old on you where people think you're a tourist?
Yeah. I would say that it does in two particular instances. No, it doesn't bother me when the Quechua women ask for photos and stuff. That's fine.
But would they ask for money when you take a photo, right?
Well, no, that doesn't bother me either
Okay.
because tourism, that's the nature of it.
Yeah.
Like people are always asking for money for stuff.
Yeah.
But what does bother me a bit is the amount of people on this sidewalk asking if you want a massage. That gets super old.
But you're probably used to it having lived in Thailand for so long, right?
Well, what's funny is in Thailand, I do actually get massages a lot.
Because they're really good, right?
That's, I mean, but here you could be asked that on one slice of sidewalk. It could happen 12 times. Believe it or not, I've never done one here.
Speaking of massage, is that a massage right there? Massage? Massage?
Yeah.
There is a massage, lady. So you haven't done a massage here in the 5 years you've been here?
Except at the Marriott.
Ah, okay. How was that?
Oh my God, it was great.
Yeah.
But the Marriott here is not a normal Marriott. It's really fancy and it's really nice.
What did you spend on that massage there?
A couple $100, I think.
So it's not going to be the typical $5 Thai massage.
No. When I was in Thailand, I got a massage every week. And it was probably $5. Does that sound right? No, maybe like $7.
So when I lived in Vietnam, I went back and forth between Vietnam and Thailand, and both places are amazing for massages. And the typical thing I would spend is between $7 and $10.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it was $7 or $8. Here I just don't, I tend not to do it. I don't know why. I probably need it more here too, is the funny thing. In Southeast Asia, I'm always on a bike.
You split your time between here and Southeast Asia, right?
Well, I used to.
Okay.
But now I'm a legal resident of Peru. I've been here for a year and a half without leaving. I'm about to go to the States on a 2-week trip. I've been here for a year and a half without leaving.
If you're enjoying my content and you want to support the channel directly, I want to invite you to join my Patreon or become a YouTube member. You'll get early access to all videos, exclusive walking tours, monthly live streams, personal updates, and access to our private Facebook group so that we can connect more personally. Patreon also gives ad-free videos. You can find the link in the description or in the comments below. Do you really feel like this is the home that you've been looking for after being here for a year and a half nonstop?
Well, eventually it's going to be half Southeast Asia, half Cusco.
You're kind of moving back to that kind
I'm
of
gonna move
between
back to it,
both
yeah.
of them.
But
I think that's a good way to balance, because if you're too long in one place, you kind of slowly get kind of like maybe upset about the cultural differences, and then if you go between the two, it still makes it like unique and new enough to where you're not as bothered by those things. Do you agree?
Totally. And I like the 6 month and 6 month idea.
Yeah.
Because it's like you still feel that it's like a thorough thing each time. Let's go over here to the Plaza de Armas, which technically we're already standing on. But I want to tell you guys, you don't want to miss these churches. They're really beautiful inside. And they also afford some really nice picture and video taking. Like, for example, I'm going to show you from the corner over here, one of the places where I like to shoot celebrations that happen on the plaza. I'm talking on like a weekly basis. Like, this place is nuts. I have never seen a more celebratory place than Cusco, Peru in my life. So those celebrations often take place on the Plaza de Armas, which means the Plaza of Guns. And I often shoot those events from that window in that church right there, which, you know, is some very, very small amount of money to go up there. I don't know, maybe it's like $2 or something.
Yeah.
And so that's one beautiful church that you can explore. This one, in my opinion, is even more magnificent. I've been in this church many times, sometimes for religious holidays, sometimes just to see it again. And it's worth checking out. Up on that hill, behind the church you see, perched on the hill, further up is one of the greatest things to see in Cusco. I mean, absolutely do not miss it. It's called Sacsayhuaman. It's an Inca fortress from like 500 years ago. So that church that you see perched on the hill is called San Cristobal. That's a really wonderful place to go. They have a bell tower that you can go up and get magnificent pictures of Cusco. Beyond San Cristobal Church there is Sacsayhuaman, which was an Inca fortress. And they think maybe it was built in the 1400s, but we're not really sure. There's some scholars that think it could be way before that, way before the 1400s. The thing about Sacsayhuaman is it's 3 zigzag tiers of enormous boulders cut to perfection. Some of those boulders are 200 tons. Like, think about that. Nobody knows how they did. It's kind of like the pyramids. But anyway, that's beyond, right? The Sacsayhuaman is a do not miss feature of Cusco. Another one is this, the Plaza de Armas, where a lot of festivals take place. I mean, a lot of festivals and religious celebrations.
Being an expat that lives really close to this plaza, how often do you come here to kind of hang out and maybe come with other expat friends?
Every single day.
Oh yeah?
I'm on this plaza every single day. And part of the reason is I have a YouTube channel and sometimes I interview people on the plaza.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's called One Way Ticket with Scott Anthony.
For anyone that wants to check out some cool interviews of him asking people some questions here in the Plaza de Armas, check that out here. Maybe go to KFC every so often.
Never. The chicken in Cusco is incredibly good.
Right.
There's no reason to go to KFC ever. Never do that.
How about the McDonald's?
No, just no.
Scott, is there anything very unique and nice in this plaza that you like coming to?
There's a statue here in the center of the plaza that I've always loved. Most people would say, even Cusqueñans, this statue is of an Inca ruler named Pachacutec. And he was a very important Inca ruler because he's the one who's credited with saving Cusco to remain Cusco from invaders. That's probably why he's there.
He's an important man here that helped fend off the Spanish when they came over here, wasn't it?
No, not the
Or not
Spanish,
the Spanish.
other invaders
Okay,
at
so
the time.
the other...
Because the Spanish
tribes.
wasn't until like 1520s
Yeah,
or
so
somewhere
that was
around
before
there.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But where his hand is pointing, I don't know what that means. I'm still trying to figure it out.
This is clearly a very popular spot to take pictures. Everyone comes here. This is one of the most highly dense areas of this like entire downtown, isn't it?
You basically cannot come to Cusco. Hey,
Kooi kooi!
Maromina, it's a kututu. In Quechua, kututu is like a guinea pig.
Do you often eat guinea pigs? That is a very cultural specific thing about Peru and also here in Cusco.
Super common. I've had it 3 times. I'm not particularly impressed. It's kind of like a gamey version of chicken. I don't really like it that much.
I actually had Kooi recently when my girlfriend visited in Arequipa. When we ate it, I'm like, okay, it's good for like something different every so often, but like it's not something I would repeat like pollo, like chicken every week, couple times a week, you know?
It's not bad. I mean, I would definitely try it if I were you, but don't expect too much.
Having high expectations and also expecting it to be cheap, both things will not happen, right? Because Kooi's pretty expensive here. It's like
okay,
15, minimum $15. I haven't found it for less than $15. Arequipa, other cities, still $15. It's crazy.
Best ice cream in the neighborhood of San Blas. This stand right here, my favorite. I get the mint.
Mint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic. And super high food safety in that place.
Where are we going to next, Scott?
So we're on our way through this beautiful colonnade to one of the best things to see in Cusco, which is San Pedro Market. San Pedro Market is a crazy panoply, if that's even a word, of like all these cool goods and coffee and textiles and clothing and jackets to table runners that are made in a Peruvian type of style, as it were, and also food. You can get juices. You could probably get.
What do you typically buy when you go to the San Pedro Market?
I go there for spices, and I used to go there to buy mapacho cigarettes for not for myself to smoke, but for ceremonies, because a lot of people smoke mapacho. It's a type of tobacco. I used to go there for juices a lot, but now I make my own juices. I have in my kitchen. The beams that make up the roof of San Pedro are from the remains of the construction of the Eiffel Tower.
I've met expats, explored prices, walked the streets, and looked into safety. If you're serious about Peru, check out the full playlist to get real boots on the ground info. We see some street dogs right here. Is this a city with a lot of street dogs?
It is. It's a lot less than it used to be. It used to be like a ton. But yeah, it's still quite prevalent.
And they're pretty cute little guys, right?
This guy looks like he's in real good shape, actually.
Okay, this guy right here.
Oh, they both look like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, those dogs are well attended to, probably by the people from this restaurant.
Yeah, right. Do you think this city, Cusco, is a pet-friendly place to be an expat?
Yes. A lot of people can get places here where there's plenty of room to run around. Yeah, I think it's a great place to have a pet.
Do you have a pet now, Scott?
I don't, because I used to move around so much. I like to travel frequently, so it's not good for me.
Yeah. A lot of my friends, for example, my buddy, he has a channel called Traveling with Dogs. And he's like, why don't you travel with dogs? And I'm like, well, I'm on a motorcycle. He's in a car.
Exactly.
So I'm like, yeah, it's a little different, right?
Yeah.
Now that you've been here for a year and a half, have you thought about getting one or perhaps getting a pet?
I don't think I'm ready.
Not yet.
Because I think I'm going to enter another phase in my life where I'm here for 6 months and then I go to Asia for 6 months and I bounce all over the place.
Yeah, so you'd basically have to leave your pet with someone else for half the year, right?
Correct. And I don't want to do that.
So where are we now?
So right now, this street is called Marquez, and Marquez connects the Plaza de Armas to something that you see in the distance called the Santa Clara Arch. This beautiful arch here that leads to San Pedro Market. It's really pretty. I like it. But yeah, this street Marquez connects the two. And in Christmas time, this whole place is festooned with lights. It's really pretty. Obviously, Peru is a Catholic, very Catholic country. So Christmas time is very important in Cusco and Lima, of course.
How was your experience spending the Christmas time in Cusco this year, or past year?
I just love it. I love being here for Christmas. And people are in just such a, well, they're always in a good mood anyway, but in an especially good mood. Everything's covered with Christmas lights. There's huge trees, like at the most important temples, for example, with ornaments and everything. So every year they have a huge tree at Coricancha, which is the other most important thing you should see if you're in Cusco. Coricancha is the most important Inca temple in history. And the great news is it's in Cusco City. It's 15 minutes walking from where we're standing right now.
So for people coming to Cusco, do you think they should be worried about?
You know what's weird about it? So it depends on if you're talking about Cusco City, and like San Blas, where we are now, is super, super safe. I'm sure there's neighborhoods you could go to in Cusco beyond the airport that are maybe not so safe. In general, Cusco is very safe. And furthermore, this area, the touristy areas, are incredibly safe.
And this is the arch you talked about before.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's the Santa Clara Arch. I just have always liked it. Not exactly sure why.
No, it's a beautiful arch.
Yeah. And it's funny to go through this part because you always end up having to squeeze your way through.
What I think is unique is when we walk through like these really old colonial cities, and then you'll see like stoplights, or you'll see like a random like chain restaurant like KFC or McDonald's. It's such a weird juxtaposition, right?
Yeah, it's almost like anachronistic. Yeah, because you know, as you guys are looking at the street behind me, you know, you can see that it feels old here. Like it's still, even with all the stuff, you know, like look down there, for example, like at the sunset of the mountainside and the little pueblos and stuff. It feels really old, you know, but you have all these modern conveniences. Here along this street, on the way to San Pedro Market, you obviously have a lot of Quechua women They're selling all kinds of stuff, fruits, and well, some of those people have disappeared because it's almost sunset, but like fruits and utensils and plates and textiles. But here's another idea for you. Every Saturday in Cusco, there's this flea market, huge flea market called the Baratillo. The Baratillo. And so every Saturday, and it starts early, you want to be there at like 7 in the morning. They sell everything. And you can get super high quality textiles, much higher quality than you'll see in a lot of places around here, for like 1/5 the price.
Do you often buy the local textiles to wear on a daily basis?
I wouldn't say often, but I do it. You know those hats that you see people in Cusco wearing?
Yeah.
They got the little tassels and stuff. That's called a chullo in this part of this Spanish-speaking part. And you can get super high quality chullos at the Baratillo for like a really good price. If you're interested.
Where is the Baratillo located?
That's the thing, it's changed like 5 times. So I don't even know where it is anymore. But it's someplace, it's like no more than a 20-minute cab ride from here.
Which is pretty much all of Cusco, right? Most of Cusco is about 20-30-minute ride everywhere.
We're gonna walk across the street. One of the best things to see in Cusco, San Pedro Market.
Do you ever take a taxi here? You pretty much always come here by foot to get your steps in?
Always by foot. I walk like 12,000 steps a day in Cusco. Literally 15,000 steps a day.
And you don't sound like you're out of breath. We're at a really high altitude, and you mentioned before that maybe this isn't a good spot for retirees because of the high altitude. We actually met at the Smart Fit gym, right?
Yeah.
So we're both in shape.
Yeah. I'm fairly fit. Yeah, I don't have any problems with that, but if you have pulmonary issues, you're not gonna like this place.
So lots of textiles you mentioned out here.
Tons of textiles. You might want to get a cap, a ball cap, if the sun is really strong in Cusco. We got the juice ladies over here. We got the juice ladies. They're so nice. Check that out. There's this raw meat just like sitting out for hours and hours.
Well, at least it's in a cold environment, right?
You can also get, like I said before, coffee and fruit. There's like a fruit aisle. It's very nice produce. There's the magic aisle with the mysticism stuff and the plant medicine. She said she's fine back to me.
Well, that is some solid Quechua you got here, Scott.
Thanks, man. See, she understood me.
She understood him and everything.
That's when you know it works.
Moving abroad often means adapting to a new language, which can be challenging both professionally and personally. RLCT Global helps individuals and families develop language skills in over 60 different languages. That makes settling in and communicating effectively much easier. At rlctglobal.com, go to the Individual Movers section, then click Language Training. That's where the company outlines its language support offerings, tailored to different needs and proficiency levels. RLCT Global's language training provides structured courses and coaching to build practical communication skills quickly. Programs cover workplace communication, daily life interactions, and specialized terminology for professional roles. Training can be customized for beginner, intermediate, or advanced learners. The company can tailor lessons for individuals, families, or corporate teams relocating abroad. With focused language support, movers gain confidence and can integrate smoothly into their new environment. To learn more, visit rlctglobal.com, go to Individual Movers, and select Language Training. For a needs assessment or a soft quote, contact them via the site's contact button or email them at info@rlctglobal.com. Thanks for sponsoring the video.
You guys are getting a feeling for how large this space is. It's really a big space and market.
We have some bottles of maybe liquor over here, type of things.
We definitely got some liquor.
Some liquor and some hot sauces.
We got Pisco,
Spicy.
of course, which is extremely important in Peru. There's a big argument between Chile and Peru about who makes the best Pisco sours. And I'm gonna vote for Peru. See, one of them contains an egg in it, and one of them has no egg. I think we're the ones with no
Oh
egg.
yeah. Pisco sours here are the ones to get. I absolutely love the Peruvian pisco sours. Let's go to the spice lady.
All right, that'll top it off. She's my spice lady because I only go to one person every time, and I don't know why I'm still wearing these sunglasses.
You want to look fresh inside, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
So not only are there spices, but she has, she has like these really nice nuts, like very high quality stuff. Because I've bought just about everything that you see here, except for things that I don't understand what the heck they mean.
Yeah.
Like this, for example.
Yeah, right. Some Quechua name. Like,
Although
okay.
that's
Harina de Caniwa is
Quechua.
basically, she mentioned that this is a very specific grain found in the Andes region that you probably won't find anywhere else. That's why it's not even written with a regular Spanish spelling. And what do you normally buy here?
So I get the almonds, which are super good here. Sometimes I get the walnuts. I get ground turmeric powder, super cheap. I'm talking like you could have like a bag of that stuff and it's like $2, much more expensive in the States. I also get ground pepper. I get collagen sometimes that I put in my smoothies. There it is.
Yeah, colágeno.
And bee pollen.
There you go, polen puro.
Some people think that that really does great things for your immune system. I don't know, ask your doctor.
So I'll tell you one story before we end this up. I actually had mad allergies. I'm from Minnesota, and before I started eating bee pollen, every spring and fall I would die. I ate bee pollen every day for a year. I didn't have any symptoms the next year.
I didn't know that.
If you eat the bee pollen from the local area where you live, that will help alleviate your symptoms of what actually makes you sick.
Super cool, man. Well, I guess I'll keep getting it. But right now, I don't need anything.
Do you suffer from any allergies here in the Cusco region?
No, I've never had allergies.
Ah, okay. But here specifically, here you don't have it.
Nothing, no.
A place that I've never visited here that you just showed me, Scott, is this place called, is it Fruit Street? What's it called?
Well, it's Vegetable and Fruit Street, but that's my name for it.
Why don't you show us your Fruit Street?
You guys, the thing that's interesting about these streets is that this is 1/2 block from San Pedro Market. Let's take a look. So you got blueberries here. You got avocados. Look at these strawberries.
So here we have 3 soles for a kilo of strawberries. About 90 cents for a kilo of strawberries. That's about 80 cents for a kilo of blueberries. Do you ever buy fruit here, Scott?
I do.
What do you buy here?
I buy this thing called a pitahaya.
Ah, yeah, pitaya. Dragon fruit.
Yeah, dragon fruit. It's really nice. Pitahayas are dragon fruit. You may be familiar with them. But you can get all kinds of fresh produce here at prices that would blow your mind.
For example, right here we see pata or avocado for 4.50 soles, which is about $1.20 per kilo.
This is one of those places where this is like almost locals only type of situation. I mean, you will see tourists here, but not that many.
They're all kind of sticking around the San Pedro Market, right?
Exactly.
Right here, this is insane. Tomatoes, right here, 2.50 soles per kilo. That is about 60 cents per kilo, which is about 30 cents per pound for tomatoes. 30 cents.
Amazing. Ay, ancho kashanki, mommy.
Mommy. Don't you love how often they say mommy here?
Yeah, it's a
Mommy.
thing.
It's not, you're not talking about mother, but they just
And
call
they
every
will-
woman mommy.
And they even, not only would they call me Poppy, because I look like a Poppy, but they would call little kids sometimes Poppy, which really surprised me. I thought it was only a term for older people, but actually they call little kids Poppy sometimes. Poppy.
Yeah, the guy that does construction work in my apartment when I'm renting, he calls me Papa. Hey there, Papa.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's this like indigenous guy, Quechua type of guy. And he's like, hey, Papa, help me with this, Papa.
Oh, nice.
He's super friendly.
Cusqueñan people are really friendly and nice.
Right.
Viewer discretion is advised.
We got this local lady that's rocking the vegetables right in front of this graffiti sign. Very nice. Very unique area that we're in now with Scott. Scott's bringing us to the thick of it.
Yeah, I mean, I know Cusco pretty well, so If you want to come to Cusco and really see the real deal Holyfield, let me tell you something. I can hook it up. This is Meat Street.
Okay, let's go to Meat Street.
Meat Street. There's some fishies.
Got some fish and seafood here, yeah.
And some more over here.
Some seafood. Trucha andina.
Yeah, trucha is trout.
Trout. Andean trout here.
There's always dogs around, of course, because they're waiting to chomp something
We're
down.
gonna chomp on something. Fish heads.
Yeah.
Fish heads for sure. We got some feet. We got some legs.
Oh, there's some feet.
Some big legs and feet.
All right, that's a start. That's a start.
Dogs are waiting to eat that feet. They want to eat that feet.
It makes an impact, right? Meat Street. It's so funny that people that are looking at us on this street, because there's not any tourists right now, they think I'm a tourist, which I am not. I'm
Legit Cusqueña right here.
Yeah, no, 5 years in Cusco.
All right, well, thanks for bringing us to Meat Street and Fruit Street, Monsieur.
You're welcome, buddy.
Mr. Cusco. Scott, thank you so much for showing me the city that you live in. Great little chat and walk we had here. If you haven't checked out Scott's full chat with me, you can check that out here. And hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.